So Man of Steel is the newest reiteration of Superman. We all know about Christopher Reeve, we all know about Brandon Routh, we've known about Tom Welling, but Henry Cavill is the newest one. And did you know there was actually a bunch of comics that really inspired that movie? Hey guys, happy Monday, and welcome to the Comic Movie Equation. I'm ComicManJake, and here in the Comic Cave, anything can happen. Today we're going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite movies. It came out in 2013. Yes, I'm talking about it. I finally got the whole equation down. Man of Steel. Man of Steel was released in 2013, starring Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, and a bunch of more great actors, including Michael Shanahan. The whole thing revolved around Superman being more realistic and being in a darker world that wouldn't really accept society. Now, Rotten Tomato gave this one, out of the critics, 55% out of 100, so it was kind of considered spoiled. But everyone that actually watched it, 75% out of 100% actually liked the movie. I'm one of those. I went and saw it like 3 or 4 times. I can't remember how many times. I know it was 3. I think I did see it a 4th time though. But it's one of my all-time favorites, aside from Wonder Woman, out of the DCU, or also known as the DC Cinematic Universe. So, let's get right into it. Alright, for this comic movie equation, it really takes 4 comics that I've read and done more research in. Now, DC did a poster a while back that told you, hey, Man of Steel is coming out. If you want to be prepared for that movie, here's 6 comics that you can read. Now, I'm only going to be talking, out of that list, 3. Remember, I said I had 4. There's 3 on the list that are on there. The 4th one wasn't on that list. So, jump right into it. First one, actually the first 2, that's right, I said 2, is J. Michael Straczynski's Superman Earth 1 series. I'm talking about Earth 1 Volume 1 and Volume 3. Yes, I'm not talking about Volume 2 because, well, you'll see in a bit. So, in J. Michael Straczynski's Earth 1, Earth 1 is basically like more realistic, and basically it's the freedom for the writer to really go and design this character how he feels. It's a different universe. It's not set in the regular DC universe. It's, Earth 1. And in this one, they kind of use more realistic, like I said, realistic terms here on Earth. For instance, in the first volume, everyone knows that Clark would usually be going like, I can't use my powers to, I gotta blend in. Well, he doesn't blend in. He goes and does whatever he wants in the whole thing. It's kind of cool. But anyway, in the first volume, there's a panel where there's all these TVs go off, and they're saying, we're looking for Kal-El. Kal-El, if you're here and you know where you're at, come show yourself at this spot. Now, it's not General Zod, it's a different person. It's this it's some sort of alien that destroyed the Kryptonian race and is trying to actually purge Kryptonian. Sound familiar? If you guys read Man of Steel, coming in on Wednesday. But anyway, the whole scene of that where you see General Zod doing that's from that comic. That was a huge Easter egg that I realized after reading this. I'm like, wow, that's from there. I can't believe that. They took that kind of idea. Zack Snyder probably took that idea. So another one that they kind of took from the Volume 1 is also the fight scenes a lot. Basically, in that one, Superman's still trying to figure out himself, and when he gets to the fight scenes with this race, I mean, he's destroying buildings, they're destroying, the chips are falling, everything, and it's exactly like Zod's fight, where they're destroying buildings. Half of New York's basically destroyed, Metropolis is destroyed, and it's nuts. And he gets that attitude of, I don't care. I'm trying to beat this guy, and I'm trying to, get it done. So, let's go on to the second one. The second one is Earth 1, Volume 3. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Volume 2 is because I read Volume 2, and don't get me wrong, J. Michael Straczynski's Volume 1, 2, and 3 are amazing. But I'm only talking about Man of Steel. So, I had to kind of look and see, okay, what did they grab from this? They didn't really grab that much from Volume 2. Volume 3, though, focused on Zod. And it was different radiation. But I have to say, in my personal opinion, he looks more... And there's been many reiterations of Zod throughout comics. But he looks more like J. Michael Straczynski's Earth 1 Zod than anyone else I've read. He gets the whole... What he is he got this armor, it's kind of spiky. Kind of not like... It's a little spikish, but like it looks more like General Zod's kind of armor, battle armor, that he has for Man of Steel. The only thing that's different is he does not have the hood. So let's go on to the next one. The next one, our third one that I'm going to be talking about, is Brian Azzarello's Superman for Tomorrow. Now this was one of the ones that was on the list. Also, J. Michael Straczynski's Volume 1 was also on that list that DC sent out. In that one, the overall theme of the comic is very dark. Basically, in that one, Superman has he doesn't care anymore because 3 million people were disappeared, and one of them was his wife, Lois. So he has no reason of caring. He doesn't care about humanity anymore. He thinks they're a nuisance. And the whole scene that you guys may be seeing, kind of sounds dark, doesn't it? Well, kind of like a little bit dark themed, like Man of Steel. But the one thing that they took a lot from is there's a priest that pops up, and when he talks and he's about to go surrender to Zod, he's like, I don't know what I'm doing, basically talking to that priest. Well, that priest is there's the whole radiation of For Tomorrow is Superman's talking to a priest. And he's basically confessing and talking and going kind of through the motions, kind of going through a thing called confession, where confession is, for us, you can basically go to a priest, confess your sins, and he will absolve you of those sins. But the whole conversation that he has with that priest is kind of a lot of Brian Azzarello's For Tomorrow. And also, I can say that I said that J. Michael Straczynski's Zod appearance was one of that. They took also maybe a little bit of Brian Azzarello's Zod one, where he has the whole big Z. You guys saw that, the little crest, that's the Z. That's what he kind of has on that. And finally, guys, I'm going to talk about my all-time favorite. You know about it. I've talked about him most of the time on this channel. Yes, I'm talking about that Michigan native, Geoff Johns. And I'm going to be talking about his run called Superman, Last Son of Krypton. Now, it sounds like, if you read the title, and when I saw it, I read the title, I thought this was going to be more an origin story about Superman. Nope, it's not. It's actually about a kid that comes down out of the blue in a Kryptonian ship, and Superman saves him. They adopt him, they have no idea who he is. He's obviously Kryptonian, and they call him Chris Kent. No, that's not Connor Kent, that's not the clone. This is a different one. You later find out that Chris Kent is actually the son of Zod, of General Zod, and they pop up in that whole thing. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this, everyone's like, well, you're talking about a kid. You're talking about like a kid, and that there was no kid over there. I don't see anyone, No, I'm not going on that. What I am going on, though, is the overall character of Zod and the personality of it was a lot of it taken from that whole comic. The whole, I have to do this, I have no choice. I have to save Krypton, this is what I'm built to do. That's where they took it all out of. So, how relatable is it to these comics? Well, if we add these all comics all together, it's actually pretty relatable. So, Earth 1, in my opinion, on both volumes, takes away from most of the movie. Is basically the bulk of the movie, maybe 5 out of the 10. Geoff Johns' run, yes, I'm saying it's small, but it's 1 out of 10. And then Brian Azzarello, his For Tomorrow, 4 out of 10. Now, you guys are asking, well, you just named 3. I'm combining the Earth 1. So, Earth 1 Volume 2, Earth 1 Volume 3, combining it together. So, it's overall 5 out of 10. Geoff Johns Last Son of Krypton, 1 out of 10, and Brian Azzarello's 4 out of 10. You add those all up, and you get Man of Steel. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Comics Movie Equation. I enjoyed doing it. This was one of my favorites. And, you know, hit that like button. It really helps me out knowing what content to bring you guys. If you like more Superman, I mean, leave a comment down below. What's your favorite Superman movie? What's your favorite DCU movie right now coming out? What one are you excited for? Leave a comment down below. And hey, see that button down there or here? Or maybe anywhere? Hit that subscribe button. More content coming. I'm ComicManJake, and I'll see you all next week. Peace out.